But yeah, man, let's get this started, man. So first things first. Like I said, some of these teams were gonna be eliminated if they lost. Well, they lost. They are now added to the eliminated ladder rung. Panthers, Giants, the mainstays. Jaguars, Browns, Dolphins, welcome to eliminated territory. Jaguars, you're 0-4. You're literally, the stats say you're not making the playoffs. Your coach is probably fired within a week or two, and you're stuck with Trevor Lawrence for the foreseeable future since y'all won the play. Cleveland, Deshaun Watson continues to be complete ass. You literally mortgaged your whole franchise's future on a guy with 26 sexual assault cases. You deserve everything you have coming to you. And the Dolphins, it just sucks because you don't have Tua, and the offense just went to complete, garbage. And it looks like Mike McDaniels, while we thought he was a great coach, he got an extension. You can't scheme anything up for anybody anymore. All those weapons, you're eliminated because Tua's not coming back anytime soon, I don't think. First rung, Mel Kiper mode. These teams are already looking forward to the 2025 NFL draft. Whether that be Shedeur Sanders, Carson Beck, Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, you name it, they looking for a quarterback. Patriots already have their quarterback, but they're so bad they won't even put him on the field. I'm like, at this point, why not get him some reps? But you're just going to keep trotting out Jacoby Brissett. Cardinals, like we said, they're probably a year out. They're competitive, but they're not there yet. They need to add a couple crucial pieces in this year's draft. So these teams are already scouting hard for 2025 because their season's over with. This one, I had to give them their own rung. Flacco finesse. Now, I saw Anthony Richardson got hurt. I believe they said it was a hit pointer. So he may come back. But into the game comes Joe Flacco. And is there anybody better at this point than coming in and getting you a regular season win than Joe Flacco, as old as he is? He comes in and he just gets dubs and performs. So if Anthony Richardson is, in fact, out for a couple weeks or so, the Colts might mess around and win a couple games just off the strength of Joe Flacco being Joe Flacco and just, that veteran leadership, that veteran experience, pulling them through. But that's to be determined. Next rung, let's get it. Rough rookie ride. That doesn't change the fact that, it looks real rough. Like I said earlier in the pod, Bo Nix at one point was 7 for 15, negative 13 yards. Finished with 60 yards total. I know the weather was bad, but 60 yards total is awful. But you squeak by with the win because Saleh and Aaron Rodgers can't get it together. Caleb, on the other hand, the Bears continue to struggle. DeAndre Swift looked better this week. They actually ran the ball, but Caleb Williams still struggling to throw the ball to his weapons, only 157 yards passing. It's just going to be a rough rookie year for both these teams. They might get some wins here and there, but I don't expect too much for them. So it's just a rough rookie ride, but they're getting key experience that will hopefully, bring benefits next year. But this year, not so much. Next run. No luck in LA. Literally, both teams. These are just some of the most unluckiest franchise you can never meet. LA continue to be, caught up with injuries, can't string together wins. And then the Chargers going Charger. Up 10-0. And, in true Chiefs fashion, we come back, we win the game. But the Chargers had every option possible to win that game. They just couldn't get it together. Like I said, Harbaugh was going to run the ball all game, did it. Dobbins, 14 carries, 32 yards, wasn't going nowhere. Herbert driving the field at the end, fourth and out on the goal line, and then they get sacked on the next possession. Don't get the ball back. Chargers going Charger, man. Like, they got talent, they got good coaching, but they just still not there. So it's just really no luck in LA, and it sucks because that is a beautiful SoFi Stadium going to waste with no good team play in it right now. But next rung, let's get it. Leather seats in Texas, and y'all know what I'm talking about. When it's hot, and you got some leather seats in Texas, that shit be on fire. And these coaches, that seat is on fire. Robert Saleh, Nick Sirianni, Zach Taylor, Dennis Allen. The seat is hot. Your job is on the line. Saints started off real hot, but like I said, it's the Saints and Derek Carr at the end of the day and Dennis Allen. I'm not believing in them. I'm saying that they play my Chiefs this week, so watch them come out playing, hitting on all cylinders versus us. But they're now 2-2 after, starting off so hot, 91 points in the first 2 weeks. Dennis Allen, if they don't win this year, he's got to go. Zach Taylor, Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. They won this week versus Carolina, but anybody that watched that game, it was much closer than the score said. Seat is very hot. Nick Sirianni, like we just talked about. Robert Saleh, like we just talked about. Y'all might be gone in a couple weeks if y'all don't get it together the way y'all are going. Can't answer things right in the post-game pressures. Can't make the right in-game decisions. It's just all garbage. And so, yes, the seats are hot seat coaches. All of them are probably losing their jobs by the end of this year. To be or not to be. All these teams are 2-2. Everything is ahead of them, but everything can be behind them easily. Green Bay, I think they can be really good, but the 2 games Jordan Love has played are the 2 games they lost. So for us, being some Jordan Love truthers, doesn't look too good necessarily. The Falcons, 2-2, but it's one of the weirdest 2-2s ever. This week, they got saved. They got a muff punt recover for a touchdown, and then they got a return fumble for a touchdown. Offense was not clicking at all. Kyle Pitts, for whatever reason, cannot. I don't know if it's a Kyle Pitts thing or it's an Atlanta thing, but he's still not touching the rock. Kirk Cousins still not looking, like Kirk Cousins, but they got to win. So props to them. They 2-2. And then last but not least, the Cowboys. That game was just pitiful versus the Giants. Y'all supposed to blow them out. And the fact that y'all didn't causes, a little bit more concern, even more, because I don't think y'all are a good team, but that kind of just confirms it. Like, you're not even beating up on the Giants anymore. That's how you know shit has really hit the fan in Dallas. So to be or not to be, that's that wrong right there. Next up, 68%, 9%, 23%. So all these teams currently sit at first place in their division. And since 2016, when a team is leading their division through week 4, 68% of them make the playoffs. 9% of them make the wild card. 23% miss the playoffs. So the percentages say these teams are good. They're on the right path to make the playoffs. Now, who's going to be a part of that 68% making it in, winning the division? Who's going to be part of that 9% making the wild card? Who's going to be a part of that 23% that completely misses the playoffs altogether? Looking at it right now, maybe one of these teams doesn't make the playoffs in my eyes, and that's probably the Seahawks, maybe, but they still look really good. Washington, like we said, they probably win in the NFC East. Tampa Bay, NFC South is theirs for the taking. Steelers, that's kind of the toss-up. Tomlin and his history, they're going to be there in the playoff contention. But Ravens and Cincinnati are coming. I don't know how much longer they can hold up with Justin Fields or Russell Wilson. It doesn't really matter which one, but they're not that great of a team. Next run. Let's see. The field. So these 4 teams coming in this year, this was the field. Listen to Vegas odds. All these teams had, the top 6 odds to win the Super Bowl. Chiefs versus the field. They've all got 1 or 2 losses, but they all look really good still. And you think they'll still all be in the contention when it's all said and done at the end of the year. Texans 3-1, leading their division, second in the AFC right now. Got the Buffalo Bills this upcoming week, who are also 3-1, coming off their flunker game versus Baltimore. Detroit ran it up on Seattle and San Francisco. The system is the system. Shanahan gonna draw it up, and them boys gonna execute. They still look really good. So if you still want to bet against the Chiefs and take the field, it's probably one of these 4 teams that you are betting on to win the Super Bowl this year and end that three-peat chase. Next up. Man. The real MVP. I don't know what y'all want to say, man. Regardless, playoffs out the window. Lamar Jackson just wins football games. He's 21-1 in his career versus the NFC, and he's got an 80% winning percentage versus the AFC. Regular season, he's your guy. He just wins. It is what it is. Playoffs, I know he's not the best. But honestly, in this day and age right now, in the current state of the NFL, who is? Because if you want to go Josh Allen, like we discussed earlier, Josh Allen is 1-4 in the wild card, or the divisional round, whereas Lamar is 1-3. So if you're gonna bash Lamar for losing the playoffs, Josh Allen got to get the same bashing because he's not making it anywhere either. The only person who got any other bragging rights is Joe Burrow, but Lamar Jackson owns him, and he'll get a chance to own him again this weekend. So like I said, he's the 2-time MVP for a reason. He's good. He wins games. At the end of the day, is that not what you want your quarterback to do? Is that not what we all here for? Is for our teams to win games? So quit all the side BS talk. He's the real MVP. It showcased a little this weekend. Next up, Super Skull. This is what they be doing in Minnesota at the stadium. They are killing it, bro. They are killing it. I don't see how they're gonna lose really anytime soon. Like Detroit, maybe, but Detroit, their defense is lackadaisical. Minnesota has offense and defense. Picked Jordan Love off 4 times. Granted, they almost did give up the lead, but that's really because they took the foot off the gas because they were whooping them so bad. I'm a believer, man. Minnesota, as of right now, you've earned the right to be number 2 in the NFL. But y'all know at the top until otherwise stated, 10 wins in a row, worthy of the three-peat hunt. So listen, man, Rashee Rice, we don't know what the injury is for real, but he's out for a considerable amount of time. So we're now down wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. We're down running back 1 with Pacheco. Well, Xavier Worthy, it's going to have to look a lot like Patrick Mahomes' 62 air yard throw, longest of career this weekend. It's going to have to look a lot like Kareem Hunt back on our team running the ball because Carson still can't hold on to the field. So are we worthy of the three-peat hunt? I don't know right now because Rashee Rice is a big loss. And if we don't get him back, that's very tough given our current wide receiver core. We should trade for somebody. I don't know if Veach will. I want Amari Cooper. I'll be cool with DeAndre Hopkins too. But other than that, nobody else really serves us any purpose on this quest for the three-peat. So if we don't end up picking anybody up, it's on Worthy, it's on Kareem Hunt to step up. We're going to need them to step up to the plate big and help Kelsey out with Mahomes. So that is the ladder headed into week 5 of the NFL. Boys, let me know what y'all think. Any changes y'all would make this week? Any disagreements? What's the word?
I'm not gonna lie. That worthy of the three-peat hunt is a bar. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. That's a bar. I ain't even think of that. Honestly, I actually like this list. I'm not gonna lie. Like that Jordan Love stat, I didn't even realize that. I didn't really pay too much into it. I ain't thought I forgot it was 0-2. You know, when he plays this so far this season. I think the one thing, like I said earlier, that literacy in Texas, heavily agree on that one. If I had to think of another coach that could be on that one, I think for this season, I think that's really all the coaches.
It would be the Jags, but the Jags just eliminated. They own.
But I say yeah. I mean, honestly, then also the Giants Brian, that's eliminated too. So there's no point in putting on the list. So yeah, I actually like this one. I actually like it.
Okay, Chris, I see you with the stank face over there. Come on, bro. What's the problem?
You know good and well. I was hoping and praying that you would find a way to put Minnesota with Kansas in the same tier. You can still speak to Kansas being the Super Bowl champs and being the defending champs, and they not knocked off till they lose that the Super Bowl, whatever the case is. But they could have been in the same tier, bro. You want to talk about a team that literally got no holes? The Vikings is the only team in the league right now that got no holes. Now, Kansas got like 5 holes. Luckily, Pat Mahomes got like, I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
I was like,
that shit was going
to be crazy.
But Patrick Mahomes is basically rubber cement, bro. Like, he can fill all those holes. But it's only so much. It's like to the point where it's like, if we got to talk, I don't know. I just know that if there was a game between the Vikings and the Chiefs this upcoming week, I literally would not put money on it because I cannot trust either team to win because I think either team is so good. Like, both teams are so good. I just can't say one is better than the other, and that's why I think they deserve to be the same team. That's just me, though. I'm high on the Vikings. I'm probably high on the Vikings, but
what's wrong with saying they do, bro?
Because I don't like the. I can see I see why you can say they 2 because obviously the Chiefs are defending champs. Like, that's written in stone. It's on 2 rings. It's on 2 rings. I get that. But going into week 5 of this season, they're on the same tier, bro. And honestly, for your mental health, which you say you good because you already got 2 in your lifetime, but I'm hoping that they're gonna be all right. Huh? Y'all got 3?
29, 3. You were in the room the first one we watched.
It was 2019, and then they beat Philly.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm tripping. Yeah, so y'all got y'all 3. I'm just hoping for your health that y'all can do something with. Look, it's literally a rookie and a guy that just came out of or that just made active this past week. That's tough. And you really asking a lot for Pat. You asking a lot from Chris Jones, and you asking a lot from Travis, who really ain't been given a lot to handle. I tell you what, man, if them Vikings win this week and Kansas City lose, and it's obvious they lost because of their the holes in the team, not because of play. the Vikings, they gotta be up there.
I hear your argument. I'll have to sit back and talk with the latter committee. Depending on how
Bryce,
the
Derek,
Vikings,
and Lovejoy.
depending on how the Vikings win and if the Chiefs lose, we'll go back and look at how the games went for
Who
actual
they play
context.
again? They play in
Versus-
like, don't they play in like London or something?
Yeah, they play the Jets this week,
Oh, okay.
so
Oh, yeah.
so they better win that one.
They better blow them out. They have to blow them out. They
No, I'm
have
not gonna lie. The trends say that the Jets against the spread is the play. So that's what I'm saying. Vikings
to.
prove them wrong though. But
We'll see.
they'll have opportunities to possibly reach that top high of the ladder.
That's
But
crazy.
until further
Bro.
notice, the Chiefs still sit atop the rung because
He's glazing. He's
despite
glazing.
everything that's happened, they still walk away with a
No,
dub.
and that's crazy impressive, which is why I still believe. Like, I mean, literally, bro, this is a team that has
So
they've lost like 4 of their star players, and they're still undefeated. And you got teams at the bottom of this tier, close to the middle, that have what they're rolling out with. This is who the ownership believes can win them a chip, and they got losses. That that just says a lot.
so hear me on this. So if the Chiefs' current situation holds, like we just don't get Rice back, we don't get Hollywood back, we don't get Pacheco back, and they somehow, some way, find a way to win another Super Bowl,
Oh, that's insane.
it's got to be the greatest dynasty ever, right?
Yeah, well, you already know how I feel about Pat in the Tom argument. I feel like Pat has already surpassed Tom, but
Well,
this
I'm
right
just
here
asking
alone,
because I'll say that. That's what I was asking to see if y'all would say that. But once we say that, all Patriots should be like, man, no way in hell, we're the greatest dynasty.
it's
Even though
nostalgia,
they
bro.
really had
We
two
done with the
separate
90s.
dynasties.
We done with the 2000s. We done with the 2000 whatever year that
Done with
was.
the
You know, with the Bucks.
2010s.
Don't care about that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I think I would put Mike McCarthy in the leather seats in Texas.
He
I
could
know
be
they-
there.
Honestly,
I
be
know
there.
I know they
you
just
can't-
won, but
No, you
It
can't
did-
even put him in there because basically Jerry Jones. This is last year's deal. Jerry Jones didn't extend him, so he's gonna get let
That-
go after the season anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
about to
think
say.
the hot seat is
That's what I
yeah,
was
hot
about to
Yeah.
seat for sure.
So it's
Yeah,
not even hot seat. That's
he was
already
in the hot seat
guaranteed getting
from the
fired.
But it's just crazy though, because his hot seat sucks. It's not like he got much to work with, bro.
Yeah, Jerry already said that's why Jerry didn't extend
What
him. That's why
happened, bro? Y'all all in. This is everything he needed.
Yeah, all in. What
Yeah,
Jerry
Jerry let him
all
go
in,
already.
comma my ass. I gotta say comma, bro, because that sentence alone is crazy.
Hey, I know this is an off subject, bro, but I'm looking at this Minnesota game. Hey, they hooping.
Oh yeah, yeah. Courtney Williams like that, bro. I
Bro,
wasn't hip.
she's a
But all right.
bucket.
Yeah, no, she's like that. I wouldn't hip.
Yeah. So that's the one change though, Kim. Or you got anything else? McCarthy to hot seat.
yeah, that's the only one.
Okay, how you feel about where I placed your Texans in the ring with the field?
If we beat the Bills, because they're considered an upper echelon team, if we beat the Bills, we need to be up higher, man.
Okay.
We need to be in the top
The
three.
committee is taking
Oh.
suggestions to go
Oh.
to the research and
That's fair.
Honestly,
I
I'm surprised you put the Bills in the field. I think, given everything that we talked about, they kind of.
they
I
still
mean,
gonna be in the thick of things because I don't believe in the AFC East whatsoever.
I mean, they just kind of with the Seahawks and the Steelers, and I mean, honestly, I feel like the Commanders should take their spot.
You think the Commanders are in the field for Super Bowl contention?
Hey, man, they gonna make the playoffs.
I mean, I see them making the playoffs. Dad, if you're watching this, I see y'all making the playoffs.
Yeah,
but
they
Super
gonna
Bowl
make the
contention.
playoffs.
I'm not going that far.
They
yet.
may make the playoffs as a 1 through 4 seed.
That would be crazy if Cliff Kingsbury.
Hey,
leads a
we
rookie
said
quarterback
worst to
to the
first.
Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah,
We
worst
called
to
it. We
first.
said worst to first.
Not
It just
worse
depends.
to Super Bowl champ.
No, okay. But
It just
look,
depends on their route to like. I don't know.
they
if Super
schedule
Bowl,
not
but-
crazy, bro. That's the thing
Nah,
about it.
I'm saying when they like if they do get to the playoffs, I'm gonna see like their route, like
yeah,
to,
that
like,
matchups and stuff. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Then
Yeah,
that's
because
fine.
you got to
Like,
play
they
the
had,
Vikings
like-
first round,
yeah. But say they play Minnesota,
Or-
they not beating Minnesota.
Oh yeah, Flores
or
gonna be
if you
having
get like the
James
4th
Daniels
seed, you got to play the Vikings or the Lions first round. You're out of there.
You're not beating either one of them, especially in Minnesota. The way they playing,
But look,
yeah.
they 3-1 right now, so
Hey,
they
no,
might
There's
get
something-
this.
Commanders
Not-
not.
Not
But I'm
only
not
are they
gonna
3-1, not only are they 3-1,
But
but
think about it, all season we have not seen a team besides Minnesota is like very like well balanced. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a top 5 offense and their defense is really like wrecking stuff right now. Like, and the crazy part is like I don't think you recall, but when we was talking about it on the podcast, we were saying like with Justin Jefferson taking quarterback money, we don't know like how the team would like revolve around him. You know what I'm saying? Like them bringing in talent, and they got way better with him getting that contract. So it's kind of
They got a lot better.
like they got way better with a contract. That's and we normally you don't see a lot of teams improve when they get like quarterback money. Like we don't see my Eagles, Jalen Hurts get the money, and they went to like Flames. You know, seeing Tua get the quarterback money, he went to Flames. Trevor Lawrence get the quarterback money, he went to Flames. But you seeing like even top receivers getting quarterback money, but seeing Justin Jefferson get 40 mil a year and they got
Hey,
better,
stop.
that's like very abnormal.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, well, committee taking some notes. We heard everything y'all said. We heard your suggestions. We'll keep those in mind headed into week 6 next week, and we'll see what changes make coming out of week 5 headed into week 6. I need it.